Hey everybody, welcome to TPIM SR Live. I'm your host, True Power is Mine. Got a hot one today, y'all. I got DRS1 on the line. He's gonna break it down how they fooled us about this thing. You there, Doctor?
Oh yes, sir.
Yes.
I got two pieces of a big puzzle of BS. I repeat, I have just two key pieces of a puzzle of BS that's being run in the country. Now, we want to be clear. George Floyd was lynched, but not by one officer, but by four. Okay, and he was also lynched, the accessory, by a man by the name of, hold on, let me pull his name, Mahmoud Abu Mayaleh. Abu Mayaleh. He is a Palestinian owner of Cup Foods right there in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's one piece. And to show you how scandalous this is, Mahmoud, who goes by the name Mike, knew George Floyd and he knew Chauvin. Those cops that were on top of that black man all hung out and ate in Cup Foods and got money under the table and have done all kinds of stuff for Mr. Mahmoud Abu Mayaleh. Abu Mayaleh. God, Abu Mayaleh. For years. So that was like an execution squad.
Yes.
And it's so different for what happened to Eric Garner. Same situation. A black person who was trying to make it, coming up against an Islamic thug. Now, Cup Foods doubles as a masjid. And I have a source that alleges that Mr. Abu Mayaleh has raped an underage black girl and paid $50,000 to keep from getting a record of being a sexual predator.
Wow.
Now, this same man who had a fight with George in the restaurant, George Floyd, right, over this $20 bill that Mr. Floyd did not know was fake. The police were literally waiting for him when he came out because the police hang there.
Yes.
All right. They hang at Cup Foods and something else needs to be known. So this man knew all these folks. He's just like the man that videotaped Mr. Aubrey being killed. He precipitated this. This was an execution to show people you don't F with me.
Right.
This was not happenstance. These cops killed on order of their paymaster was in Minneapolis. There's more. The Abu Mayaleh family is connected with the Bloods and have been involved with the sale of drugs and stolen phones and other things. This is the word on the street for decades. And this is not atypical of thuggish, crooked, Islamic, Asian people stores in our neighborhoods. They rape our sisters. They rape our kids. Yep. They sell us bad food. Yep. They don't hire us. They're full of shit. They sell illegal cigarettes. They sell bad food. And for all of you black folks who are Muslims, y'all chumps. Y'all allow them to do this because they throw a few pennies to you or they let you pray on a line with them in their fake masjid. You don't mind them hurting the rest of us. I'd rather Malcolm X had never been born if we're going to have this kind of bullshit folks come in, another group of folks selling dope, killing us, raping our women, and exploiting us.
Right.
Okay. Yes, I said it. Let me go further. This Mr. Abu Mayaleh, they prevent other people from establishing businesses in that area.
Yes.
If you had set up a business they get their own thugs and gangsters to knock out your windows, to rob your store, to steal people's cars. And so they keep that neighborhood jacked up for their enrichment.
Yes.
And on top of that, because it's a masjid and, oh, he's criticized Islam. I didn't criticize Islam. I criticized a fake, crooked person who calls himself a Muslim.
Right.
And that, by the way, they get black folks to join Islam. If they want to get a job, you got to join up with these crooks.
So now,
we have enough crooked church people. I can't curse them enough. I don't want any new neighbors. They don't need any friends. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Goodness gracious. I'm so disgusted that nobody's investigated. No one's looked into these people. Do you know there's a man who got beat upside the head with a pistol by Mr. Abu Malayev for wanting to not be in an exploitative business arrangement with him? He's a black man.
He got pistol whipped.
He beat the man over the head with a gun for not wanting to be exploited by him.
Huh.
These are some Arab slave trading racist, hate Muslims.
Right. Right.
And you know what? This hypocrite is paying for the funeral. He's gonna make himself a hero by paying for the funeral of George Floyd. I'm sorry. So he's gonna pay for the funeral. They're going to paper it over with some dead presidents. Mm-hmm. You're hearing it first on True Power is Mine.
Yes, sir.
They're not telling you. And this is all over the country. And the trade in illegal, untaxed cigarettes is dominated by a lot of these Asian Muslim merchants in our neighborhood. They're the kings of SNAP or food stamp fraud.
Yep.
Just go look it up. Don't believe me. I love a stupid, dumb coon that likes to argue with me when they don't know anything. A lot of Negroes think because they got breath in their lungs and they got a tongue that's not stuck in someone's orifice that they have something to say. You don't. So that's a big piece.
That's a huge piece.
It's not exactly black-white. It's Arab against black. It's Asian against black. It's wetback against black. It's Asian against black. It's not just bad cops.
Right.
It's an economic, social system. And by the way, a lot of you Negroes run around with kufis and eating halal. I'm eating healthy. And they don't even know the place that they're eating this halal in. These places, in fact, the brother just called me. I can't say the name, but there's dirt. These people are evil. They are crooked. They hate our guts. They exploit us. They sell dope to us. And then we join their religion as subordinates. Sounds like the same thing these coons used to say about people being Christian. Well, ditto, coon.
Is it funny how you brought that up?
Pie coon.
How basically everyone is pitted against us, and even unfortunately, some of our own is against us. I mean,
but they're not our own if they're against us. If you're against us, you're somebody else's.
Yeah, true.
And I got one more piece for you. They're targeting black businesses. These anarchists are burning out black businesses. Now, what am I going to say to you? I have a friend right now who's got a store in Minnesota and Minneapolis. Him and his son had their guns in the store, waiting to blow away anybody that tries to set their station on fire. And to me, if they hit all of the right wing and Antifa racists, if they just, give a shotgun blast to all of them, I mean, in the nuts and behind, good. You don't need to burn a black person's business down that's employing and trying to help his own people. How's it helping us? What is the agenda for reparations and justice for black people? From these leftists that are out here saying Black Lives Matter? Black lives don't matter a damn if there's no money to go with it. There's no housing. There's no food. There's no medical access. These people don't have a plan. It's all a big scam. And let me just say something to all the people listening who haven't lived that long. After the provocateurs and people, and after about 80% of the people that were rioting in Los Angeles in 1992 were not black people, you know who was left holding the bag? Who was going to be mass incarcerated and gentrified and schools going to be shut down? Black people.
Yes.
We're going to be left holding the bag for this bullshit. And it'll be a justification for more killing, for more repression, for more jails, for less teachers, for less of everything. If you don't have a real movement, and see, we're getting used. These communists, these goddamn leftists, have had a strategy for years to use black people as a human shield to take power. Black people would be like the shock troops, the first people to take bullets, the Christmas addicts, space age Christmas addicts, where we would be the people massacred to bring about a communist America. And they would solve the race problem by getting all of us killed in the struggle. Then it would be all left for the rest of them.
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, why do I want to pick cotton for a communist if I didn't want to pick cotton for a capitalist?
Exactly.
Come on. Pardon my language. What the fuck, dumb black people?
You gotta wake up.
Get your ass off the street. Read a book. Learn a computer language. Form some susu rings. Buy some land. Establish a garden. Yes. Start a business. Start a gun club. Do something other than be somebody's socio-political dildo that's disposable. Get your asses out the street. They're going to end up spraying those people with corona. It can be aerosolized.
Yes.
Then watch all these young black folks start dying. You're dumbasses. If you have to loot, steal some seeds because you're going to have to grow your own shit if all the stores are shut. Yes, I'm saying it. Now, I want to give you an example of how they're playing black people. When you start putting white people's asses in jail for stuff that they weren't trying to do, it's because you're trying to push a narrative. I'm going to give you a quick narrative real fast. I have a friend, again, who has a gas station in Minnesota. Okay? And I just want you to hear this real fast. I want you to know that my friends own a gas station at 36 Lynn Refuel Station. It's a father and son black-owned business owned by Lonnie Sr. and Jr. McWhorter. It's been in business 15 years. They have a very reliable partner that delivers their fuel. His name is Bogdan, Bogdan, Vechirko. I think he's Ukrainian. Okay, he's a trucker who works with KA Bulk Transport. And he was taking gasoline to this black station. And during the time that he was taking the gasoline, after he had dropped off his load of gasoline, they had done a shutdown on the road he was on. Nobody was supposed to be on the road, and there's a curfew. I mean, they said all of a sudden they closed the road at 6. Curfew's at 8. You got a truck. What do you do, right? So he tried to take his truck back to where he needed to drop it off, and there were people there. He got arrested because the folks attacked him, and they accused him of trying to kill people on the highway.
What? Is this the accusation that gets us killed?
Yeah, but here's the thing. The media is running with this. Now, think about how many times police have murdered black folks on video, and you couldn't get anyone to acknowledge that there was an intent to hurt someone, even with the hand. Well, you don't know if there's hate in his heart, and he's choking the person to death. Right?
Right.
Okay. Well, it's interesting that this man is driving a 16-wheeler truck, and he didn't hurt anybody. Why do you think he tried to hurt someone? If he didn't hurt anybody, I know I could hurt someone. I don't even know how to drive, and I could hurt someone with a 16-wheeler truck. Just back the shit up and oops, oops. It's still going, like the Walmart things falling off. He'd be rolling over people by accident. Right.
Right. I just got to, I'm showing everyone a video. A video just came in while you were talking. It's North College Hill. It's another police brutality video. Just came in, just happened. As we talk.
I sent you, maybe I didn't send it to you, the black man that they shot in the Bronx last week.
No, this one's, they didn't
two
shoot
Hispanic cops fighting with the Jamaican, and they got tired, and the man pulled the gun out the holster and just shot the man in the guts.
Oh, man. Man.
By the way, for all the foreign black people that are from Africa and the Caribbean, y'all really do think that black Americans are lying about all this stuff? Well, you'll find to put up your ass too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in fact, Steel Shank. I mean, made in America.
See, this is what people don't understand.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Now,
I'm just saying to you now, I want you to feel me. It's time for this stuff to change. It's time for this stuff to change, but we've got to change it ourselves. Now, back to this guy. So imagine a man is in a 16-wheeler truck, because I saw the news story didn't make any sense. He didn't hurt anybody with the truck. Nope. You don't know how to drive. I mean, you can get hurt on the highway the way those trucks drive. They kill whole families and shit. Oh, one of the Mexican dudes is drinking beer. Oh, I thought it was a power drink. So these drivers be killing people with trucks. You can't tell me someone wants to kill people with a truck that they can't do it, especially if they're on the open highway, which means that that's strange.
With ease, they can do it.
That's really strange, because I know I could jack somebody up.
Oh yeah. When we talk about the issue of the counterfeit bill, the $20 note, right?
Yeah, we can. Where is it? Where is that? Why haven't they taken a picture of it?
Exactly. That was my question. Where is it now?
You know why? I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these stores, these Arab stores, the most prolific counterfeiters of American money are Pakistanis. What's their religion of choice?
It's Islam.
Yeah, certainly not Seventh-day Adventists. No. They should know. They know more about fake bills than anybody. They're notorious for it. So no, I don't want to hear it. It was probably his own money. He probably paid the dude. The dude gave him his money back. He caught an attitude. By the way, one of the reasons why you won't hear about the $20 bill that he supposedly gave is because there was a 14-year-old black girl working with these Muslim dudes. You don't have the legal. Now you got it. And if you ask her a question, she's probably doing blowjobs and hand jobs aside from talking to clients. He's done it before. The man allegedly raped a 14-year-old black girl, paid the family $50,000.
That's sad. That's sad that he could actually just pay off the family and it's all good.
Well, and they only took $50,000. Hell, I mean, at least make the six figures. I mean, you're a big baller, drug dealer. I mean, $250. Shoot. I mean, maybe I could get a house in the suburb. I mean, bid that stuff up. Oh my God. Maybe the mother was tired of paying for her own tithe and depends. Okay. I got it. Take it when you can get it. It's getting good. Okay.
Pimping ain't easy.
So that's Islamic pimping ain't easy. And so, yep. And so it's all crooked. And there are a lot of sincere people out there doing legitimate stuff. But a lot of this is Antifa. Remember the $500 million that people gave to Black Lives Matter about 2 years ago?
Yeah.
That's what's got all these people's asses out there.
So that's what's
Think about it. Well, hold on. With Corona, everything is shut down. So you can't go to school. You can't go to class. You can't go to work. And Chicago, as I'm speaking to you, is bombed out as South Side Chicago is. They literally have white rioters on the same street as Farrakhan's mosque, Mas Maryam. Now, I guess, well, they're burning Mas Maryam, or black looters have burned down. Come on. Why would anybody black in Chicago want to riot anywhere near Farrakhan's mosque?
They wouldn't.
Because you get your head beat in. So it'd have to be someone that doesn't know where they are doing it.
Right. And
so this is all staged. Trust me. Had these been black rioters, they would have had the National Guard out shooting long time ago.
Yes. Yes.
Let's go back and do one more scam. A scam of 56 years ago, Freedom Summer, when they couldn't get attention focused on the struggle of blacks trying to get right to Mississippi until some white people got killed. Notice nobody white has been killed yet.
Correct.
If nobody white is dead, it don't mean nothing. Let's go back to the 60s, 56 years ago. If you don't see anybody white getting the crap beaten out of them, nobody white getting shot and killed, it's not serious. I do hear about black folks. There have been a couple of young black men shot and killed all over the country during this. No white folks. If they don't bleed, it don't lead. Okay? It's a scam. And the big, stupid, millennial black suckers, damn, all of y'all are so stupid. I can't believe y'all came out of the nuts of other black people who've been around longer. No critical thinking, just all attitude, weed, sexuality, and gumption. I mean, the only difference between them and a white meth addict is that you deal with race when you're forced to.
Correct.
And a lot of the meth people deal with race because they're screwing black guys because they're the only ones that'll take them. So let me cancel that out. False dissimilarity. Right along. So, yes, they lynched that man. And they shot that woman naked in her bed in Louisville. And they killed the boy in Indianapolis. And they killed the boy in Georgia. And they're going to kill a lot more.
Yes.
Until we get smart.
Correct.
How come there's not any black leadership of any kind anywhere? Church, we're seeing entertainers. I've seen Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Looks like he has anorexia nervosa.
What's that?
He's so startling. God, that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Looks like shoot. We need to get a couple of candy bars to go with. Beef up, dude. He looks so scared. He looks so frail. Okay. You got Don Lemon. With white semen dripping off his lips, speaking more truth to power than literally anybody black out here. What is up with that? Where's Oprah Winfrey? Isn't she gonna make a video at least where there's a nice, maybe a lesbian police woman will fall in love with a black protester? Make a movie. Oprah, do something. You can even put a gay theme on it. We'll take it. Just say something. Do something. All the little fake black leaders in the church, there's nobody.
No.
Even Michael Jordan, he's probably afraid people are going to break in the stores, burn up all the shoes. He's not going to get his cut. All of these people, he said a little something. And look at Obama trying to help Biden. Now he's talking about justice. Your ass had 8 years, Obama.
Right.
Fuck you, man. I hope they tear gas him. It'd be nice if they hit him with the rock or something. Maybe they're going. His house is in D.C. and it's not near the Capitol. They just come up a few blocks, throw some stuff over the wall, make him feel at home. Since he liked protests so much, they should hit his house.
Well, I heard about the White House. They ran Trump down into the bunker for like an hour yesterday.
Yeah, well, good. He got some exercise. That gut needs to come down.
NSA, if you're listening.
And they've got Keith Ellison on CNN right now. He's the one who screws white lesbian couples, this is what was reported to me, cheating on his black wife, and was beating his white girlfriend.
Oh, so he's into S&M. So he beats up the lesbians.
Well, I don't know. He's just in the reverse. I guess it's some affirmative action beating. It's just disgusting. I don't believe it. And trust me, if Ellison is Muslim, and he knows about these people at Cup Foods. There will be no justice through the state of Minnesota if you trust in Keith Ellison. He's crooked, he's dirty, and he doesn't want to know where he came from. Okay, Don't trust them. Don't trust them. They're going to paper this thing up. The only way the truth's going to come out is someone tell the truth about that little crooked ass store there. By the way, that my source called me. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. I have to head back to Washington in the near future. I hope I don't have to see any smoke. I want to talk to you about farming and all the next time we get together. But let me just say this to you, brother. If you know any people that are serious about being self-reliant and growing food, in the next week or so, or in the next coming days, we're going to be talking about just agriculture, food, production, working together. We want to try to have a summit or summits to bring people together and start looking at how we can have our own thing. We need our own economy.
Yes.
I tell you one thing that would probably make black men have a revolution. If they were told that they could no longer have their own penises, you'd have to use a white man's penis when you want to ejaculate.
That's too much, bro.
We would have a revolution, and people would out kill the people. That's the last straw.
You have mumble suicide
your booty had to be the same size as white women for you to be accepted to America. You can't be bootylicious anymore.
That's the sad thing about it. We have been so overly sexualized that even political behavior seems to be pre-motivated by who screws whom.
Oh, look at this Jewish dude. He's on CNN. I'm just watching. All these people be lying. But you should have seen the other day, Jake Tapper was trying to be inclusive, and he had a Muslim imam got up there. That dude talked more stuff than H. Rap Brown and Stokely Carmichael. Jake Tapper was so angry. You act like we can't ask God to kill your ass for messing with me. Well, who else am I going to ask? Bob Dole? Come on. So anyway, but I'm really concerned. I hope they free that guy who's driving the truck. By the way, don't be mad at all white people. Be mad at the bad white people, and be mad at the coons.
Correct.
And be mad at the illegals that are against you. Be mad at the crooked Muslims, not all Muslims.
And the small sombrero.
Very righteous. I mean, I'm a Jesus freak. Jesus on my mind. Okay, I put those. What's that song? Oh, our Father. We gonna go. Okay, I'm one of those, right?
I got a question for you, Doctor.
But there's some good Christians, but there's some fake ones. Oh,
a lot. I got a question for you. It came in on please ask Dr. Short, what is his opinion of Joe Biden saying, if you don't vote for me, you're not black?
Well, you aren't black if you vote for him. You're smart. Joe Biden hates black people's guts. He's had a career of screwing black people. He hates black folks. In fact, his son just married a racist white woman from South Africa. I mean, I'm gonna find me a white woman to hate black people. He went a long way to do that. That's in his own family.
Wow. I remember that speech he gave.
The Bidens are scum. The Bidens are crooks. The Bidens are liars. The Bidens are racist. The Bidens are druggies and whores. The Bidens are bigots. I mean, what? I mean, he's done everything except bust the nut in Bernice King's eye to show that he doesn't like black people. What do we need people to do? I'm going to tell you something. I was in someplace. I forget where I was. Oh, I was in New York at the United Nations. I was talking to this dumbass Nigerian woman about racism, and she was doing what Africans do, but they were acting like
they were acting like
okay. She's doing what Africans do, where Africans just act like no matter anything you say, they're not going to be concerned about it because it's a black issue.
Mm.
And so I was trying to explain something to her. While you're ignoring my issue here, you want me to be concerned about something that happened to you in Africa 5,000 miles away. Ain't that a bitch?
Yep.
You stand up here, there's ruins and cops killing right here, next block over. That don't matter. You're worried about somewhere else. So I said to her, ma'am, I get it. You're not feeling me. Okay. What is it that you need white people to do to you to get you to understand what I'm talking about? Just tell me, do they need to rape you, burn your village down, kill your kids in front of you? And I'll go in and tell them that this African woman needs all this stuff done to her so she can understand what I understand. Okay.
Mm.
What do you want me to tell them needs to be done to you? You know what happened?
What?
That African woman shut her trap. Because I'm serious. I'm going to tell some white people that they need your village burnt down. So that's racist. That's some of that shit done to you. She shut up.
But you broke it down before, Doctor, about the super coons in like these Caribbean nations or the African nations.
Continental coons, tropical coons.
That will do you worse than any racist redneck bigot could ever dream of.
Sure. Let me tell you, I was talking to a Jamaican who lives in England. He was explaining that the government of Jamaica has asked people not to come into Jamaica to establish businesses.
Why?
Black people, because they'll get killed by the Jamaican population.
Wow.
Folks are violent. Yep. They're on some hyper tribal crap. And unless you've been at the HBCU or been in certain environments, you could talk about that Pan-Africanist black bullshit you want. Some of these people will not relate to you like a brother. They treat you like an enemy to be killed.
Exactly.
Is it everybody? No. But is it many? Yes. Is it a type of them? Yes.
Mm.
And what's getting black folks? What got Mr. George Floyd is what the hell are you doing eating in an Arab store during the pandemic?
Mm.
Why are you still buying stuff from people who hate our guts? You dumb coons.
Mm.
Maybe they could get a few more.
Mm.
Maybe then we'll buy from one another or fix it at home. Since your father, you should have been with your wife, her making your damn food.
Oh, can't do that. Can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. And some of these traps need to learn how to cook. And I'm not talking about your hair. Learn how to cook.
But see, this is what people don't want. They don't want to be self-reliant.
You buy these $2,000 beds and you want to screw in the car in a white park area. Y'all stupid. Eat at home, screw at home, talk to each other at home.
Yes. Good.
Why is every place but where you're from important? Make it nice. You spend all your money in other communities. That's why they look nicer.
Mm-hmm.
Fix up what you got. And not only that, beat the crap out of anybody black that tries to make it nasty.
That's the whores and the pimps and the drug dealers.
And the simps. We got a lot of dumb black people. They're just dumb. I don't know. I mean, they seem to thrive on stupidity. Well, I just want to be stupid because I live. I mean, I like it. In particular, there's a type of older sister. I don't want to hear all that.
You know.
Because I'm a dumb bitch and I like being dumb and I don't want your information.
Exactly. I'll get hostile if you try to educate me.
Yeah. And if you're a real man, you would have pulled my skirt off and got busy. I don't want a relationship with anything except for your lower extremity.
You put the brain in. You know.
Well, that is the brain, because it at least gets one thing right. So yeah, we shouldn't buy from these people. We shouldn't eat their stuff.
Nope. We
shouldn't be in their damn religion. It's not our religion.
No.
When you start looking, you come from a predominantly black city, and the Islamic leader, even though most Muslims in the area are black, will be some pale skin.
Yeah.
And people say, well, he speaks Arabic with such a perfect dialect.
Well, is this
Isn't that interesting that in Islam you have to speak Arabic perfectly, but when you're in the damn church, you can fuck up English 24/7, and people expect it. And people saying Nora instead of Noah.
Yes.
Apostles instead of apostles, because we don't bother to learn the damn language that we've been using for the last 400 years. But let someone come over that hates you, that wears ugly plastic sandals and has a peroxide beard and a long shirt on. They don't use deodorant. That's interesting. You can be funky and have poor hygiene and nobody bother you when you're a Muslim. When you're a regular black person and you stink, you stink.
Yeah.
We like everything but what we have and where we come from. So Mr. George went from Houston, Texas to Minnesota. And you're this big, strong black man that gets killed by little white and honorary white men. And you went in and paid $20 for some bad food to a little dirty fake Muslim.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it. Yes, I'm ragging. And I see all these people, well, we get to pray together. Damn it. Why don't you own some stores? How come Saudis and other people don't put any money in black businesses, black schools?
They don't give a damn.
But you know what? They will get people to go and be a suicide bomber. Don't. Things are going to get so bad economically until they're going to be black Muslim folks who sell the kids to get blown up in the Middle East. And so, you know what? They are, what's that thing called? They are a martyr. They're shaheed. They did jihad. But yet you can't get a store or a credit union or a bank or a farm or a house or an apartment building or a school. But you'll go and get blown up over somebody else's struggle. And you can't bust a grape if a cop was beating your mom with this nightstick. And I'm not talking about the one in his drawers.
That's so true. That's because our focus is not there.
And mind you, have I called for anyone to be violent? No. But he's advocating violence. No, I'm not. I'm advocating thinking. So I just want to say that true power is mine. Definitely. And I want to thank you, brother. Somebody sent me a donation. I thought I would have been back home Thursday last week, but I need to stay because our queen sister here, who's eventually going to do an interview with you,
yes,
who works with farmers, just needed somebody to be here for a couple of days. It happens.
Yes.
It happens. It happens. Water.
I do want to really get into the black farming issue. A lot of black farmers have been overlooked, that's been pushed to the sideline, and we need to bring those issues out because the farmers will be the base of our economic system.
There is no culture without agriculture. Judy calls you.
Exactly. And that's what we need.
Agriculture is key. And you know, I was down here buying seeds and not marijuana seeds.
No,
it's interesting. Black folks are so off. The only thing people want to grow, I got a green thumb. He's not talking about squash. He's talking about weed.
Right.
I want to be a grower. They didn't even pool their money together to become weed growers. Everybody trying, man, oh, I can't share my dispensary with you. Everybody needs a dispensary. Right. They don't have enough money to buy a family-size pack of Bazooka bubble gum, but you want to have a marijuana dispensary.
That's a
Niggas
disconnect.
need to get their heads out there behind and stop faking it.
Exactly.
You're not going to get it unless you put your forces together. You know, the Mexicans all live together, and it works out for them. They are able to save money living 50 people in the house.
Right. And then the second generation is going to have a little paper.
And everybody benefits, especially the bed bug. But our people, you know, you get the niggas, they want a max mansion. They start making $17 an hour. They want a $500,000 home.
Exactly. Because we have the sensation, and it kind of goes back to the agricultural thing that, you know, in order to make up for like going without for so long, we have to do it to the 10th degree when we get a little something. And that type of mindset is not building wealth.
Well, why would they build wealth? Yeah, open that up for me. Why would they build wealth? I mean, you know, coons don't really want these things. You know what a coon wants?
What?
A coon wants what they imagine white people have. It's so sad.
They want what they imagine. What they want a meth habit and
oh my God, coons make me sick. I mean, I just pray that God judge coons.
He will.
You know,
he will.
I wish we could have a Passover, go to sleep one night, wake up the next night, and there were no more coons.
You know that question, are there going to be coons in heaven?
No, they're not going to be coons in heaven. If they are, they'll be taking out the trash. Can you imagine? No, they're not going to be any coons in heaven.
They're going to be down in Hades, burning with the desire.
Well, you know what? I think if there is a hell and coons went through it, wouldn't it be cool that in hell the way that they would be tortured and they'd have to be black activists called ass out at Klan rallies for eternity. get beat up and called nigger and cool for all of them. I would love to see that'd be a great video. You know who I'd like to see, man. Put Al Green out there just without being just beat up over and over and over again. And that's how hell was a perpetual torment, right?
Oh yeah. It's not going to be a party.
Getting hung from a tree over and over this every day, you know, getting burnt to a crisp. little Klansman demons. This little piggy's playing with your toes and putting gasoline, cutting them off. And you feel all the pain.
Oh no. That'd be hard. That's because you wouldn't want to live right. That's because you didn't want to do the right thing.
Can you imagine? And it's just, oh wait, look at there. He's got an NAACP membership. Oh no, we need more kerosene now.
You didn't, doctor.
Anyway, and I was saying that thank the person. They blessed it with some resources, and they need to know when you're far away and you're on the road, you have to eat out. I'm trying not to eat food that's not from non-Black people. But I want to say this to all the little fake-ass Black business people out there. Make your shit better than what you do. When white people are frying catfish and chicken better than your ass is doing, and this comes from our culture, that's coonish. And you want to charge me? I'm talking about Negroes frying chicken with no coating on it. I mean, we got the shit out of Best Buy, or I don't know where they got this chicken from, or they got it from Save-A-Lot, and then they just put the shit in the grease. I'm telling you, this is the same grease that Jesus blessed before they crucified his ass. It was so old. My stomach was cursing at me 2 days later. So so my stomach is not a black nationalist. It's a white supremacist. It wants the best. If you're going to go into business, be good at it. Don't just be, ooh, I'm a black person in business, buy from me, because I don't give a fuck about you. I'm telling you, when people say they're black business person, you get scared. Ooh, what are they going to do to me? I remember my grandmother had a heart attack on Christmas Day, 1977. And when they mentioned taking my grandmother to the hospital, closest hospital, I lived 5 blocks from Howard University Hospital. When we mentioned Howard Hospital, my grandmother had another heart attack. They had to, don't say Howard, she'll die. My grandma almost died, just said Howard Hospital. He was afraid. And I'm just telling you, oh yeah, hold on, I'm a dog Howard University because they have a lot of those Negroes out there marching from Howard, and we call it how weird.
How weird.
Let me tell you, my mom, there was a situation Howard Hospital where the people were so bad they were sewing up sponges and forceps in people. Can you imagine? You going on a flight and you keep setting off the
metal
setting off the metal alarm. Oh, sure. I didn't know how to make it.
Oh my God. I mean, how did you not see that?
Hold a second. So, are you feeling me?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so black folks need to be about the business. You know, it's so bad now. A good example of bad black business. You think that you're picking up a woman and it's the man. Come on. If someone's trying to get cooch, they don't want a peanut.
Right.
When they wonder how there's so many trans being killed because it's false advertising, coon. You should have said, I just look like a chick. I got a dick. Don't say, oh, I'm a woman. I'm as much woman. I'm more woman than you have feet. And right.
Oh, God.
And you thought you'd go get kiwi fruit and it was banana and pears. First one, you know, Marvin Gaye, make me want to holler. No, make me want to kill someone.
Bananas and pears. Surprise.
No, the surprise is when they turn you over.
And but a lot of that, I'm sorry, Doctor, a lot of that goes back to
this is equality. It's my turn.
Oh, God.
To die now.
See, this is where
we're not even doing business in crime and criminality and vice. Okay.
We're not.
You're trying to get weed and they're selling parsley and sage. We don't want Clinton. We want to get fucked up. I mean, we should be able to be consistent in what we do.
Exactly. I know about. That's funny that you had said that. That is funny you had said that because that sure enough happens.
I'm telling the truth, yeah.
That sure enough happens.
And I know I made some coons mad. Making coons angry feels good. It's revenge. And we talking about coons. I can't stand Obama. Have you seen him?
No,
I mean, oh my God. What's that thing? The Tin Man, if I only had a brain?
Yes.
The history is I only was a male. Go to hell, Obama. We don't want you.
If I only had a thing. Well, you know, him and Larry Winters, or not Winters, but Larry Sinclair, they had it going on. No. So, no, it's still on. So, no, it's time to wake up. It's a scam, y'all. Don't get caught out there. When these people get really desperate, they will spray those crowds with Ebola and Corona. There'll be all kinds. They're already telling you there's going to be a second wave. Yep. And you're not the Beach Boys. Get your ass in the house and stay in there until this shit's over. But what about those who rent, Doctor?
You know what? everything we like is spontaneous, especially making a child out of wedlock you're not going to take care of. Let's plan something. And let's create a legal fund to make certain if a cop or anyone does anything to any one of us, that we destroy that person. Nobody will lend to them. Do you know that the white people, after Emmett Till's killers were acquitted, those men couldn't find work or jobs anywhere because white people wanted nothing to do with them? That's in the 50s. Wow. Racist white people didn't want them. Do you realize if we put some pressure, when you do something to someone in our community, there's nowhere you won't go where people won't make people know who you are?
Right.
Make that person want to in their own life, wishes they had shot themselves instead of putting a knee on somebody. That's the kind of resolve we need to have, not run out in the street. In fact, I've seen more rainbow flags than Lucky Charms icon. Okay, what the fuck, black people?
Well, it's
I don't even see no red, black, and green. I guess it's been replaced by the rainbow. Well, you know, the gay community is so inclusive, and everyone comes together. They do come together, but it's spelled differently. Damn.
A lot of this goes back to our agenda has been obliterated and other people insert their agenda. They use the gains of the civil rights movement to promote homosexual activity. They use the gains.
And you know what? The civil rights movement was a hoax. I mean, we got played.
Tell it.
And this new movement is a hoax. Black scams matter.
Black scam. Well, it doesn't.
Black Redskins matter. Whatever. We don't care. Go away. I mean, get Corona. Do something. Leave us alone. I want reparations.
Yes.
I want us to have Second Amendment rights to the 10th power. I want us to own our land.
Yes.
Stop burning stuff. If you're going to burn something, burn your damn credit cards.
Yes. Burn them.
Burn that fake ass blonde weave that you like wearing where you look like a golden marmoset monkey with an obesity issue. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, come on, y'all. And for all the people, there's one thing I think I would do. I'm so tired of it. Is toilet paper. That's the only thing I want to see people coming out the store with, because everybody's got to wipe their ass, and they've made it really hard.
Yes.
I mean, Corona. I mean, I think my booty is itched more since Corona. It's just subconscious that the world's going to run out of toilet paper.
Well, the way we're going with China. The way we're going with China, we will.
Oh, the Chinese, God knows what they put. It's probably ground up glass, cut your booty a million times each time you wipe. And it's so sorry. As they're walking over your body and stuff to take your country. So, you know, I see people in Philly. I hope that they're taking some Philly's cheesesteaks. And what is it about young black people in shoes? You know, they always call religious people fake when we would sing all God's children got shoes. You know, so I got shoes, you got shoes, all God's children got shoes. When I get to heaven, gonna put on my shoes, I'm gonna walk. Hey, oh. Okay, they would make fun of old black folks singing about shoes, that was superstitious and backwards. But I'm looking at all of these black people getting arrested outside of discount shoe stores. They haven't hit Florsheim. I mean, get some shoes you can sell again.
Oh my God.
They're stealing Chinese shoes.
Stealing
Chinese shoes. You know, people make fun of old black people singing about shoes. I remember people saying, man, why niggas talking about this shit? Old niggas don't know nothing. Now, these folks are dying over slave-made shoes from China. Oh, and oh my God, is that a police car on fire? I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at this. It's not a police car. And it's interesting. I don't see anybody taking any food. What are black people leaving the food? Okay, I'm just very confused here. Because to me, if I'm hungry, I'm gonna steal something I can eat. I mean, I remember we called this guy Sears because he stole about 50 TV sets from the stores during the riots. He had like 50 TV sets in the basement. You know, he ended up being evicted for not being able to pay his electrical bill, having all the TV sets under one time. Well, people need, I mean, they need to loot intelligently, like a jewelry store. Get some gold or some diamonds. I mean, if you're going to take something, if your ass going to go to jail, take something that's real. If y'all going to burn something, why not burn the credit bureau so they can burn up your debt? I'm just saying.
And once again, you know, for legal purposes, these are all hypothetical scenarios. The good doctor is not
I'm not saying for real. We're up here just, you know.
In no way, shape, or form. In fact, if you could help the good doctor while he's on his travel, please go to Cash App right now. It's $ capital D, lowercase r, capital R, A, or ANDY, capital SHORT. $ Dr. Randy Short.
You know that is it.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, oh my God. I'm looking at this and they have this little bald-headed dude on TV. I don't know where he got his shirt from. CNN has more, I mean, for a white supremacist network, it's got more diversity than the United Nations. You know, on Fox, it's a white channel. Yeah. I mean, our reporter, that dude has a Klan robe on. Today's news. They're just as poor as they were yesterday. They're still killing each other, and white people in control. Bart, that was a good recap.
Still killing each other.
Another person says, well, we have an expert on. Well, how Martin Luther King deliberately walked into the bullet fired by James Earl Ray. And that Martin Luther King wanted to create social unrest. And he went on that balcony. Look, if you look at how he was actually trying to catch the bullet to create social unrest and cause a communist revolution. People said, that's very interesting take up. Well, what is your book? Well, my book will come out next month. And by the way, you haven't seen Diamond and Silk?
No.
Can you imagine? No, I'm telling you, those are two heifers to get their ass beat that they're out there right now. And Donald Trump will be in the White House states that hide them. So I haven't heard any of the super. See, I've been very consistent. I tell anyone, I wish Martin Luther King or Stokely Carmichael or someone like that to be president. That's not what's happening. But if we got someone, make him give something. By the way, how do y'all like the way Trump is like? Trump has not had anything to say.
Well, I don't know if he has Twitter
He's
service
been like
down in the
hiding,
bunker.
saying America didn't have a race problem. And that's probably true for him if you don't have no black friends.
No. There's no problem. All those Negroes at Mar-a-Lago, they're just smiling and happy. There's no problem.
Black around to tell him anything. Of course, you wouldn't think there's a problem.
I got a question. They want to add the chatters want to know. Ask Doc about Candace Owens.
Okay. All right. Look. Anytime Candace Owens, I think her last name is Williams now.
Oh, she's married.
She married a white dude, so she's pole dancing on a pinky. Candace Owens is once she attacks feminism, you know, she's Diana Ross and Donna Summer and Natalie Cole and the Queen of Soul when she messes with feminism, when she delineates that gay stuff ain't black stuff. When she's on the culture stuff, Candace Owens has something to say as far as I'm concerned. Okay. When she gets into race, justice, and economics, Candace Owens is like the Ku Klux Klansman at a Garvey reunion. Okay. We appreciate the thought, but you're out of place. Okay, and so what she's saying, this stuff is racist. In fact, I went to a Candace Owens rally. It was nice. I ate Candace Owens' leftovers. I'm telling you, if you had like a 1 pound crab cake, a real lump crab cake, that shit was good. So thanks for the grub, Candace. Now, that's real talk. When she came to Ramshorn in Baltimore, yes, I took all their damn food home when they left. Yes, I did. I had more crab. I haven't had that much crab since I was eating her leftovers, and shrimp too. So she eats good. She's living good. She's making money. She's a businesswoman like Skip Gates and all the other black figures out there. She just happens to be on the Republican side. I have said that they're Democrats and Republicans.
Yes.
They're still coons.
They're still coons.
Now, is Candace always a coon? No. When she attacks a feminist, I love it. When she attacks LGBT, I love it. When she talks about black family, although she's not trying to have one with her white man. That's not practicing what you preach. I have made a point. It's not just Candace Owens. I see a plethora of either gay or bisexual men or weak or ambitious black women. They put no other group of people constantly has women pushed to the forward like the black community does. And this isn't always done by black people. This is what white society and other people are doing.
Right.
So they've invented leaders. They used to like men, and then the men kept all the women's kids in the back. I don't agree with that either. So they had men in the 60s, although they were undermining them with what's his name? Bayard Rustin. It should be backseat Rustin. For the full white men he was screwing. Remember he got pardoned for that?
Yeah, they got busted for it.
He was having sex with underage white boys in California. Back in happy days, what was happy for him in the 50s. So Candace Owens would never get the paydays she's getting if she was real about race and economics. She can't. And I'm saying to you as a person that recognizes the Republican circles on a certain level, I'm seen as a dangerous person because I'll tell you Negroes need guns.
Right.
I'll tell you that racism exists. I'll tell you abortion is murder. Black folks need reparations. We need everything. Affirmative action is good, but it needs to be specific. Just black people get it. Let everybody else get their leaders shot, get their asses bit by dogs. But then y'all get y'all set right.
Correct.
Okay. I asked the Asians, which one of their leaders has been shot on the balcony for them to get stuff off of our plate? And the question came back, so you're saying we have to die too? I said, yes.
Yes.
That's equality.
In depth. So,
I feel the same way. My comment to people all over, I told some people straight up, and I'll say it anytime. Even going to Africa, I go to Africa to see Kunta Kinte, not Fu Manchu. Don't see Africans and other people come over here because it's easier to get stuff here than where they came from, and then you give the whole mother continent over to these Asian people for some plastic fried rice, not even real digestible shit. Please God help me to respect you being that dumb. Y'all sold the most valuable workforce in history to build up Europe and the Americas. Now you're going to give the fucking land away. Even the little broke-ass Indians drunk didn't do that. Fuck y'all.
That's
Get a damn backbone.
That's the super coons you were talking about. You know, they're
That's
doing
not
some
all
super
Africans,
moves.
but the little fake-ass leaders they have. I mean, talk about some places where they need to set some cars and shit on fire. They need to burn out all those little coon-ass African leaders. And we need the same way we need to run out. In fact, if we had a real movement, if this thing were real, we'd be going after anybody that wouldn't stand up. We'd be going after CBC, black preachers. It'd be nice, I mean, for Creflo Dollar to get his Bentley carjacked.
Or that jet checked in. We need that jet.
No, you know what we'll say? We're liberating this jet so more black folks can learn aeronautics, right?
People don't want to hear that. They want to hear, no, Cleophas Dollar, he's a good man, doctor. He healed my bunion. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want to hear because people love the fantasy. They love to self-deceive themselves. It makes them feel good. Obviously, look at the results. And because once this little, I guess, insurrection or whatever you want to call it goes away, and the next brother or sister or child gets murdered in the streets, what are we going to do then? Hopes and prayers. Hopes and prayers. Tell a t-shirt, maybe make a candle, little pile of teddy bears and candles. You know, that's about it. Until we
Those things are all made in China. We had enough people, we could at least make stuffed animals. At least get a pillowcase. Make your own candles. I mean, you melt some soap down. And they get French wine. They don't even like you. Well, I got some Moet. I got something bad. To me, if we took the same money that we did time teddy bears and had a reward for people, or even do that, say we're gonna put $1,000 in the books for anyone that beats the ass of whoever it is that's robbing people in our neighborhood if they're in lockup. I'm gonna put that on your book. Y'all beat the shit out of it, so you know when you come out not to fuck with nobody.
Right.
This is the kind of stuff people need to do. They should give the teddy bears to the kids, but you know what? Those teddy bears aren't even made with safe, environmentally friendly stuff. The Chinese stuff is full of toxic stuff. They probably have old Buddhist radioactive vagina hair, all stuff. The kids end up all sick, autoimmune. You need to stop buying from these people. Make it ourselves. Why can't some black women make dolls
and sell them?
Why can't black people make quilts? Why can't black people even make booze? Should we were moonshine? My folks moonshine. And that's how we able to move up north. We could make our own booze legally, make our own beer. In fact, grow our own weed. I said, I don't like it. Just do for self.
Yes.
As I said to someone, I was doing the show, and the dude made me mad. And I just had to say to him, who's going to wipe your ass but you?
That's true.
It's a pathetic person that can't do for themselves. I'm not talking about people who have an issue, health job, but our people won't wipe our own ass and wonder why flies keep following us.
We do worse than not wipe it, but we'll pretend that our ass is clean. We'll no, my ass is sparkling clean. It's all good. And you can see dingle.
Yeah, and everybody needs a gas mask to be in our presence. We have to wipe our own ass. And you don't wipe your ass because other people are tell you stink. You wipe your ass because you love yourself.
Yes. There it is.
And don't look for your enemy. Can you imagine saying to Notch, excuse me, sir, I have a low self-esteem and I feel inferior to you because my people have never contributed anything to civilization. And anybody that dares tell me the Egyptians were black, whatever, I reject them because I believe whatever white people say. Please, Mr. Nazi, could you please share some right guard with me and wipe my ass so I could be at least a clean, inferior subordinate to you? This is what we're basically doing. We're that ridiculous.
Mr. Nazi, wipe my ass.
Yeah, so I can at least be suitable to be your servant. You know, I did this one time just to be funny. I told a guy when I went to school with, I told him I could be a better person if I could just be loved by white people. I could like pull myself up. The guy he got angry.
He did.
And in other words, stay down. I don't know who this is, but that's somebody in Minnesota who's got their stuff boarded up. No, I'm just telling you, a certain black folk, I've been wondering, I've said it to you. Some people are going to get shot because they don't get it. And maybe we have to lose some people that way until people open their eyes.
Yeah, this is very much real. We're talking about resource distribution, aka reparations, and we're really talking about social justice, aka being able to walk down the street without getting your head blown away. These things will not happen until we get our minds right, until we come together and say, hey, you know, you maybe are doing some lumber. I may be setting foundation. So we get together and we build a house together. You provide the lumber, I provide the concrete for the foundation, and we do it. But unless we work together and we start to actually start the process of wealth building, unfortunately, not are we going to have the coronavirus come back in later on this year, But by the year 2030, Black folks will have zero, like 0.003 or something percent of this nation's wealth. Now that's according to Dr. Claude Anderson, which I believe is his research. Totally, if you tracked it throughout the years, what he's talking economically. We have, thank you, Brown, peace and power. We have to work together. Even if we hate each other's guts, we're going to have to work together, get over that stupid shit. Or if not, we all will be on the train together. You best believe that. We will be on the train together, going to your local FEMA incineration facility, aka refugee camp. So the choice is ours. We wake up, we become a strong people, or we continue to party like we won the victory and we're still in a worse state prior to the battle. Because until we get reparations, until we get social recognition, and I'm not talking a pat on the head, good boy, now go and get a plate of beans. I'm not talking about that bullshit. I'm talking about, hey, good day. And then just leave it at that. Let you go on your way. Right now, I already showed you during this broadcast today, what was that? North College Hills. Another black man being accosted, beat up, punched over 15 times in the face. Woman thrown down to the ground as well. So what is the solution? The solution is unity. The solution is cooperation.
And armed and buying and boycott. Don't burn. Boycott. Their asses are already going out of business due to the COVID. If you burn it, you won't be able to buy the shit for the pennies on the dollar when they crash.
Right.
Let their ass fall down. You know, it's easy to pick a person's pocket when they're laying flat laid out and trying to pick it while they're walking around. Okay, that takes more skill, and we're not good in that area. We could learn from the people that wish they what they say they are. Hint.
And one thing else, we need to reject the propaganda presented by the small sombrero crowd through the rap music, through the R&B music, through the heavy metal, whatever music you're listening to, that they're basically pushing out. It is anti-family, it's anti-man-woman love, and it's anti-prosperity. And like the Greeks said, and this is one of the only things I kind of agree with the Greeks because they were freaks as well. If a man listens to the wrong type of music, he becomes the wrong type of man. You got to understand you're programming yourself every time you sit in front of that TV. You're programming yourself every time you turn on the radio or put in a DVD or CD or whatever entertainment you're listening to. Please let it be the correct entertainment, because we can't afford more dumbass, ignorant, non-thinking people. We can't. It's going to kill us collectively. Now, I'm going to leave. Doctor, you have anything else to say before we end the broadcast?
Oh, no. I just want people to burn their inferiority complexes.
Yes.
I want them to think about really studying and implementing the Second Amendment. I want people to like and love one another. In fact, I have to tell you this joke. I sent this picture. I was here because Dr. Nancy Dawson had me doing slave work on Saturday. And I actually had to work with a hoe. And I'm not talking about the one with legs that makes you feel good, if that makes you feel good, as deviant as that is. I actually had to hoe a whole row. And I mean, hoeing was really, it messed my back up. It threw my back out hoeing.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll send you pictures of the area I had to hoe. And by the way, it's good for me. I need to go back out and hoe some more. It's good for losing weight and exercise. But learn how to be a real hoe. Do some weeding, grow something, develop something, build something, learn a skill, woodworking, ceramics, painting, the arts, real music, not this garbage that's all electronic. I mean, I see why people using sex toys. Your music's electronic. Why not, have like a doll you wind up? And And let me ask you a stupid question that these millennials ask. Is it racist for there to be a mechanical sex doll that calls me nigger?
Oh.
I'm wondering if that's part of the factory warranty. And I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Since it's not really a person, maybe they don't mean it when they say nigger.
I'm showing everybody that picture.
It's so stupid. God, I can't stand stupidity. You know.
I'm showing people that picture of the raccoon in the woods and the watermelon.
that's a congressional Black Caucus.
A coon lurking. A coon lurking in the woods. Yeah, that's how they get down, Yao. I mean, I know it's a little blurry, but that's how they get down. They hide out in the woods and they jump on the fruit when you last expect it. So,
right.
Before you go, is there any place people can get information about the Black Farmers itinerary or agenda?
Yeah. Hey, Dawson, what's your website? Okay. Russellville Urban Gardening Project. There's a lot more, but that's the fastest one. If you know anybody in Kentucky, we need Black folk in Kentucky. We know you out there. And I mean, there's so much pork here. There has to be some Black people in Kentucky. Russellville Urban Garden Project. It's online. It has pictures. It shows some of what we're doing. But Dr. Dawson works with farmers in multiple states. But just trying here. Let me just tell you something. I have to tell you a little coon story. We're out. I'm from another state pulling weeds on my knees in my 50s. And you have these Negroes there smoking blunts, laughing and casting aspersions. It's like Nehemiah and the little evil people that were on the other side of the wall that they were building.
Mm-hmm.
We have a real spiritual struggle between good and evil. And I'm going to just say this to you. Evil Black people haven't begun to see suffering.
Mm. Mm.
I'm telling you, evil Black people are going to hurt so much. Maybe some of them will decide to be good. Because you know what? If, let's say, Dr. Dawson were to move or to expire, because they feed the community. Do you know the community won't even walk a block to help pull some weeds, but they want the tomatoes and beans and all this shit for free?
Right. All right.
They're white people who probably have clan members in their family that are growing vegetables for Black people.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe that's guilt. You know, my father went somebody. Would you like some tomato plants? But you know what? When we kill one another, what do we give in terms of reparation?
Nothing.
Silence and bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, let me let you go. I got to write this letter. Treat me white. I'm out.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Treat him white. Listen, Yao, it's been a blessing. Just want to thank the Most High. Thank you for today's broadcast. You know, hopefully today is giving you something to think about, reflect on, maybe even research for yourself. Don't take it from me or my guest. Do the research yourself. Ensure that you know the facts, and the truth shall set you free. This will conclude TPIM SR Live for today. Today's date is June 1st, 2020, the year of our Lord. As always, I ask you to live your life with integrity without hate, envy, or greed. Brothers and sisters, please, let's try to be kinder to one another. Peace in our power, unity in our victory, dignity in our respect. Liberation. I'm out.